Okay, we're going to begin by using this Dollar Tree styrofoam pumpkin, and we're going to remove that stem. Pulls out really easy, and we're going to remove that tag. We're going to use the Folk Art Chalk Paint Seaside Villa, and it takes about 2 to 4, 6 coats, depending on what your liking is, but make sure that it fully dries in between each coat. Then we're going to dry brush. As you can see, I put my brush in there a little bit in that brown, and then I just start brushing. I tap and brush. I don't want it too much. And that color we are using is the Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown. Don't worry about putting too much brown because you can always go over it and smooth it out, which I like to do after I do something like this. I go back and get that Seaside Villa chalk paint, and I just dry brush over that brown just to soften that up. So now what I'm using is the Folk Art. It's green flash. It has like a metallic color shimmer to it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful the way it shimmers. I also added some of that Folk Art metal gold, and it's called brushed metal gold from Folk Art. It's all plaid. Beautiful. And all I did was just do, you can leave it all glass, your candlestick. I got it from the Dollar Tree, but you can use any candlestick you like. But I used this one. It was on hand, and you can spray paint it gold or you can hand paint it. And that took about 4 coats. Yes, 4 coats, but I let it fully dry in between. After I did that, I put all that aside, and I got this vine wire, and I get this at Walmart in the floral section, and it comes in a spool, really nice. And all I did was cut a little bit with my wire cutters, twisted it around each other to make a pumpkin stem. And then I bend it over and, to what my eyes are smiling, my heart is singing, and that's what I do. I hope you do that when you craft. Always make it till your eyes smile and your heart sings. So now I got my scissors, and I'm just going to poke a hole right on the top of that pumpkin, and I'm going to make sure that that's where I want my stem. Once I decide yes, and I'm happy with that, I go and I put some glue and put my stem right inside that hole. I made it a little bit longer because I will be adding some embellishments on the top of my pumpkin. Now let's make our shabby beautiful pumpkin, right? So now I'm getting these lace little flowers, and all I do is get some lace, and then I kind of stitch it all on one side and then pull the string and then tie a knot, and it makes a beautiful little flower. So I did that with this lace and with the white ivory, and then I got some of that ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I did the same thing, kind of made a little carnation rosette. And I'm just going to glue it right all together, right on top of each other. I love the layered look of these ribbons. So beautiful. After I glued those, I was looking at it and I'm like, what do I want in the center? So I ended up deciding to put this cute little BB Craft bumblebee right in the center. So all I did was put a dab of glue, and then I just put my little bumblebee right in the middle. You can use a bumblebee, a pearl, another flower. You can use rhinestones. Anything you like would look so beautiful in the middle of these. Even a button would look so cute. So after I did that, I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to start on, I have this, and this is good. I hope you, this was actually the netting at the Dollar Tree. I bought a bag of shells, seashells, and this is the netting from the seashell bag. I absolutely save everything, right? I removed the raffia because I do want to use it, but I cut the knot off the top of that netting, and when I did that, it made this circle, and it was perfect. So I can glue my flower right there in the center of that netting, and it was perfect. So now I love this. Look, this silicone brush, it's a makeup silicone brush, and I absolutely love it. It saves the nails, and it also saves your fingers from getting burnt. So I put that aside, and I got these rub-ons from Dollar Tree, and you're gonna need 2 of these. I used 2, and I just cut the bottom of each sheet, just like this. I'm only gonna show you me doing 1, but I did 2 for both sides of the pumpkin that I want. So after I peel that up, I just lay it right over the pumpkin where I want it. And then I just scratch it on there. I rub it on, scratch it, and it comes right off really easy. And these are so easy and beautiful, and you would not imagine how easy and simple it is to just transfer it. I love it, love it, love it. I mean, it transfers very nice. You just got to scratch on it, rub on it, and it comes right off. Absolutely love, love, love these Dollar Tree rub-ons in the designs. So I did that on both sides of my pumpkin. Now I'm getting the Mod Podge, and I'm just going to put 1 coat of Mod Podge all the way around, and I did not put it on the bottom of the pumpkin. And you just go 1 coat all the way around your pumpkin. Once that dries, I'm now going to glue my ribbons, my flowers on the top. I wasn't too concerned on the top of coverage because I knew I was going to be gluing things on top. So now I'm getting this little scrap of lace that I've had, and I'm just going to glue that right to the side, tuck it underneath that blue bow. Just let it hang down. We want it to give a shabby look, so you just start building and adding. And I don't know, this is what's so much fun about shabbiness, is that you just go ahead and create and layer, and I mean, it is so much fun. Oh my God, I'm in love with it. Fun, fun, fun. So now I added that raffia that I took off of that seashell bag also with the netting, and I tucked it right in there also. And then these flowers, they're paper flowers, beautiful paper flowers that I got from Michael's. And yes, I got them at Michael's on clearance, guys. They were $4 regularly, and I got them for 70% off. What a steal, right? So I'm just adding those pretty paper flowers right there underneath. You just look at your pumpkin and you just start adding whatever you like and make it shabby beautiful. So now I'm just going to put another paper rosette right there underneath the other side of my stem. I want to decorate all the way around the pumpkin. So as I'm gluing that, I'm holding that down, and it glues really nice to this pumpkin. Very nicely. So now I'm getting these little pomegranates. To me, they look like pomegranates I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to tuck it right underneath that rose on the other side of the pumpkin and underneath the ribbon, just next to the stem. Always play with your project. That's what I always say. You play with it and see where you want to put things before you glue. And if you glue it and you change your mind, you can always take it off and re-put it somewhere else or put something else. So now I wanted to have that fall look, so I added those pomegranates, and I thought it was a beautiful touch. So now I'm looking and going, I need one more thing. Let's see. And I ended up getting some bling. And I thought, I'm going to add some of these pearls that I've had, a pearl. And I thought I'm going to cut it and just add a few little strands. You can have it wrapped all the way around. You can have them looping. You can have all kinds of ways. But I ended up just cutting it in like little pieces and then gluing it underneath one part of the ribbon in rose. Tucked it in there right underneath. And then I ended up putting some more glue, wrapping it around those pomegranates. I want it to hang over a little. And then I just placed it right inside underneath that bow. Now I'm fixing it and adjusting just the way I like it to stay. So beautiful and elegant. It gave it a soft touch. Just adding those pearls, right? Gorgeous. So now I'm looking and I'm like, okay, let's add one more little strand of the pearls. So I'm looking, and like I say, always play with where you're going to put things. And after I decided where I wanted to put it, I put my glue and I add my pearls. So beautiful. I tucked it under the rose, and I wanted it to have on one side, and then I did it to the other side. So beautiful. And now I'm just carefully going to tuck it right underneath and press down. And look at that. Oh, it just gives it a soft touch, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is what I love to do. And I decided I'm going to add some beautiful bling bling. So when I put some bling bling, that means rhinestones and pearls, more pearls. So I put this from Totally Dazzled. I get my bling and I just put it right there next to my rose by the pearls. And oh, it looks so beautiful. Gave it more of an elegant look, soft, elegant, and a beautiful, shabby, beautiful. Beautiful, shabby, beautiful. I don't know. Sometimes I say things and I'm just like, where did that come from? So now I'm adding some more raffia on the other side of my pumpkin next to the pomegranates. And I needed one more little thing of bling. So I got these little beads. They're beautiful ceramic beads with beautiful crystals inside it, all in it. And I get those from BB Craft. And I just glued one right there on the top. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so now it's time to glue my pumpkin to its stand. All I did was put a couple of rounds of hot glue on the top, went around it a couple times, looked on the bottom, centered it to my bottom of the pumpkin, pressed down, not too hard, but a little firm, but not too firm. And then I ended up getting these little bubbles. They're styrofoam bubbles. I call them styrofoam bubbles, berries. And I got that at the Dollar Tree. And I just took that off of a little stem of flowers that I had. And I just glued that right there underneath that bow, just to give it an even, when you look at it, I like to have things evenly. And that's what I was going for. And it's almost done. Because I'm like, it needs one more thing to finish this off. So I got some twine and I wrapped it around my hand a couple times. It doesn't matter how many times you want, or you can leave it just like this, or you can put any kind of bow you like. It's what you prefer and what you like and what makes your heart sing and your eyes smile. So I ended up wrapping it around my hand. I went and tied it in a knot and the strand. And then I just cut the bow parts where it is connected. I just wanted to cut them apart and have it crazy looking. I call it crazy looking all over the place. And I just glued it right there below my pumpkin. And oh my goodness, beautiful. I absolutely love this pumpkin. It's a shabby, beautiful autumn, fall pumpkin. Isn't that gorgeous? You would, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. Let me know what you think about this pumpkin. So gorgeous. Well, I thank you for visiting me today. Is this not beautiful? Join me every Tuesday for Leeny's Shabby Tuesdays. I do host the Krafty Leeny show every Saturday live at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I post every week. It was my pleasure crafting with you today. Stay kind, be blessed. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes, lovelies.